Yes, guys, welcome back to my personal channel. Welcome back to another episode of the Premier League review show. And I think we come up with a new name for it as well. Premier League Pandemonium. I like the sound of it. It
That's
rolls off the
fine.
tongue better.
Pandemonium.
So we're going to start. We're going to roll with that. Welcome back to the first episode of the new Premier League Pandemonium show. And I'm not getting bantered for this week. Thank God. As you guys can I was about to say Sam hasn't shown up yet. But look
My
who's just turned up as well. Yes, Sam, what are you
He
saying,
wanted to
bro?
make his, he wanted to make his
Why
arrival.
you the
On
mic?
you and that. My guy.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
why
the
you-
thing. It was a condenser.
We
Fuck,
live.
I had my
No, we're
fucking
live.
head
I'm
weird.
sorry.
Who's that? Oh my gosh. All right, yeah, everything's gone wild for this episode. We certainly even paid everything so on proper basic StreamYard settings. It's peak right now. But guys, smash the like and subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already. Let us know your thoughts on a big week in Premier League action. Also, all due respect to the fallen legend that is Sir Frank Lampard. We'll see you very, very soon. But yeah, let's go around the table. We'll start off. Sam, how's your week been, mate?
It started off well, and then it went to shit. But I mean, what else is there? What else is there to say? Tottenham lost a football match, our fourth loss of the season. It is what it is. Poor all round. So it's
Yeah.
a shame.
Is what it is, but we'll delve deeper into it later in the video. Babs as well, probably in the best mood out of all of us, to be honest. Go on, how's your week been?
Do you know what, right? I'd be very stupid and naive to come on this channel, talk with Arsenal playing tomorrow. So,
Oh
to
yeah,
be
you got
decided.
United. Oh
to be
shit.
decided. To be decided. That's how we're going to put it. So far, so
Okay,
good, but to
cool.
be decided.
Cool. Very interesting. I can't lie, I do have to back Manchester United for this game because you lot are level on points with us now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell, man. It is what it is. There's a long season. Flawless, are you back yet? That is a no. Cool. We're gonna get started with the first team. We'll get started on probably the best news of the week or the happiest guy on the week. Babs, we'll start with you. Arsenal 3, Southampton 1. Level on points of London's finest. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, good win in total, to be honest. I think there's not much I can more ask for that game. And I think the best thing about that game was we had to go behind. Normally I wouldn't say that because, we just win games without going behind. But we haven't done that this season. Well, we've gone behind and got back, How many times have we done it in the past? And that run we had where we went 1-0 down, then we lose the game, or we lose 2-1, like against Everton and Burnley. So we came back to, from what, opening 3 minutes, we missed the chance. Then they scored, and then we came back and scored after that. And team looked nice. The press was insane, and that was the most impressive thing about the game. And it looked structured. That's the best thing. I could not. That was one of the best away wins I've seen from Arsenal against a good team for a while. Even better than the game against Man United when we beat them 1-0, because this one we actually had goals that were not a penalty, organised, and I think right now someone said yesterday we've got the second best defence in the league in terms of goals conceded, which is like insane. Because if you think about it, we've played more games than the teams like Tottenham and Villa, and yet we've still conceded less goals. So, yeah, listen, man, it's a work in progress, process, and we see where it goes. But tomorrow is where it matters, so I'm not going to really talk too much.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing. I was saying I wanted to wait for you guys to actually face serious teams, and this is the first serious team you played. And to be honest, very good performance. Thomas Partey as well. I do want to talk about him. That
Quality.
guy, he's gonna be something sick. I can't even roll bants on this player.
Facts.
I told you.
Facts.
We told you, man. We told you before. Like, listen to this, right? I told you, Thomas Partey.
Look how happy Babs is. Look at him.
No, bro. Listen. I ain't happy, right? Because I know tomorrow a lot can change. So I'm just keeping it nice and crisp and to the point. There's no amateur in the game here. I know how the game works. If you talk big, you gotta give it big. So I'm gonna just keep it small. And I think both fan bases, Arsenal, Man United fan bases, are like kind of the same. They're just trying not to talk too much. They're both just like, yeah, we're the underdogs of this game. And then come tomorrow where everyone's out. But yeah, man. Listen, man. I'm relishing the game tomorrow because it's a big game, and obviously I want to see Arsenal play Man United, and hopefully we beat them. So yeah.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Arsenal versus United as well? I do want to get your basic feelings for the game. Yeah, obviously, don't have to say too much, but what's your thoughts?
To be honest, I am very confused. I don't know how the teams are going to set up because normally, right, Arsenal in the big games have set back part of the bus counter-attacks like Mourinho would basically. And as much as I'm not a fan of it, I guess people say get results from it, but tomorrow I don't know how we're going to set up because recently in every game, even the Chelsea game, we were pressing high intensity, getting under the front foot, and not parking the bus. In certain parts of the game, we probably do because we can't sustain it for the entire game. We don't have the fitness for it. But Partey's
Especially
fit.
with the fixture list too.
Yeah, Partey's fit, Tini's fit, Smith Rowe's pass fit, Odegaard's fit as well. Aubameyang's the only one who won't make it, but I guess it's a weird thing that Aubameyang is not fit, and I haven't seen many Arsenal fans worried. So,
Weirdly, I heard it was. Is it some family issues that might be going on with him?
yeah, so it's a personal matter. I think he tweeted out that his mother wasn't feeling the best, so I don't really want to go into too much. But yeah, man,
Yeah,
thoughts
of
and prayers
course.
are with him. But yeah, no, it's just weird in terms of his absence of the team. It's like normally be like, oh, we're out Aubameyang, we're gonna be struggling, but we're not. And he scored some goals this season, but since the Chelsea game, he's scored I think 4 goals or 3 goals. But the games where he scores, it's like Newcastle. So the games that have mattered against Brighton and West Brom and those teams there we've struggled against in the past, we beat with goals from Saka and goals from
It kind of
Lacazette.
explains some of his form as well, to be honest.
Yeah, potentially, man. But I think the positive for Arsenal is that we're working without Aubameyang in terms of we're not just one team anymore. Oba FC, Aubameyang, inshallah. It's literally everyone will step up and listen, man, Bukayo Saka is incredible, man. He's fucking incredible.
Yeah, he's a baller. I can't
I
lie.
swear, man. I've not seen I think it's because he's local to me. That's what it was. That's why I'm so excited about him. But he's a machine on the right hand side now. Like he gets goals and assists, and like you just don't know where he's gonna be anymore. Because on the left hand side he was good, but he wasn't ever I wasn't ever gonna think this guy's the next big thing. On the right hand side though, I think he's got like 9 goals and assists and 9 starts. So and they're all against good teams as well. Like Wolves away he scored, Leicester at home he scored, Chelsea at home he scored. So I know games like that. So yeah, man. Tomorrow, big game. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, flawless. Chat to me. Arsenal v United. What's your thoughts?
Yo, big game. Like Bav said there, always look forward to. After away at Anfield, the next fixture I always look out for is away at the Emirates or away at Highbury. But now obviously it's away at Emirates because it's a big game. You know what I'm saying? And that it's one of them. It's the best rivalry ever in the Premier League. Obviously, when both teams were in the prime to me. It's clear of everything. It's clear of United, Liverpool. It's clear of Arsenal, Spurs. Any other rivalry. There's so many
Not
different
Chelsea,
moments.
Fulham, though, but...
Oh yeah. My bad. I forgot about Chelsea, Fulham.
Thanks, bro.
I forgot about that. I forgot
Guys,
about
do
that. Go on.
you think Arsenal United is better than Arsenal Spurs?
To me, it means more. To me, it means more.
I get what you're
I'll be
saying.
I said me, right? Because I live in London, right? And in West London, there's barely any Spurs fans. That's how small your club is here. I know one Spurs. I'm being honest though. I only know one. Growing up at school, I
have
knew zero Spurs fans.
fans at all in West London.
You might have some, but where I was from,
I'll
be honest. Not in primary school, not in high school.
logic,
I had no Spurs fan. I had 1 in 6 for man.
Lewis,
Big team, right? But that was it.
We haven't got fans in an area of London, which means
Who would want to support Tottenham in the first place? Imagine wanting to support Tottenham.
Grow up, man.
I support Tottenham. What you get from that, bro? No success. Just if you want to be bullied, you support Tottenham. I don't want to support Tottenham.
Year 10 banter is so dry.
Nah, man, listen.
Grow up, man.
I'm being honest.
Lewis, let it go, man.
To me, it meant more because I know far more Man United.
I remember when I was in year 10, I'd say, oh, you haven't got any fans. You're a small club.
Bro, no, what? In my area, you clearly are. I don't know any Spurs fans, bro. I'm not lying to you. If I was joking about it, I was joking, but I'm not lying.
Carry on, you're speaking, bro.
But yeah, so I was saying the reason why it means more to me is because my brother's a United fan, so it's a personal thing, and then I've got so many United friends as well. That's the difference, man. And also, I don't really classify Spurs as rivals in terms of in general. I know they're better than us in terms of league position right now, but what have they done? United have been successful, and Chelsea have been
I'm going to
successful.
quote you on that. You don't view Tottenham as your rival. Okay, cool.
No, as in in the history of Arsenal. Maybe in the past 5 years, yeah, you could classify us as rivals. Prior to that, you were basically a relegation mid-table team. So why would I class it? It was like Fulham, Chelsea.
A relegation? We've never been relegated ever.
No, but you were, mid-table for so long.
Shut up, Flawless.
Bro, I'm just being honest, innit? Look, okay, cool. Put it this way. Let me put it this way. Flawless, right? Have you ever seen Tottenham as rivals?
Nah, that's not me.
Exactly, bruv. That's the point.
I will say I haven't seen a Spurs fan in West London either. I do have to.
There you go, bruv.
It's a sticky one still. It's
Nah,
a sticky one still. Like that's half the reason why I hated Arsenal more than Spurs growing up.
That's the thing, man.
I have to call it how it is.
Obviously, look, if I'm on the ground.
I'm not disagreeing that there's no Spurs fans in West London. I'm sure there aren't. You're probably right. But it doesn't make us a small club. It's just, where is the logic?
But
What?
you are, man.
Where is the
You-
logic, mate?
in
You should-
terms of London clubs,
You're going
right?
to
In
discuss
terms of London
football.
clubs, right?
Have an
There's more
unbiased.
West Ham
That's
fans.
all I ask.
There's
Don't
more
chat-
Arsenal fans. There's
don't
more
chat
Chelsea
me up.
fans.
That's all I ask.
Bro, there's probably more Millwall fans as well. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. You are one of the smallest clubs in London. I guarantee
You
that,
know,
bro.
then my opinion on your football knowledge is completely.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, mate. You just got to take it as it is. I just don't
Maybe you should go watch rugby or something, man.
Look, in terms of the game itself, I know Spurs Arsenal is a good game, but that's about it, bro. There ain't no rivalry there. If I think of it.
Right.
You man, focus. What was it? Focus on Fulham and them, man. Right,
Oh, you've beaten Newcastle. Now you're up. Now you want to fucking talk, didn't you?
bro. I'm being honest, innit, man. If you don't like the facts, then you like the facts.
Well done, lads. Well done. You drew to Palace and you beat Newcastle. Well done.
Yeah, mate. Fair play, mate. Can we move on now, please?
Oh my god!
What were we talking about before this?
We're talking about Man United and Arsenal and how much it means to me.
Yeah, flawless. Man United.
Bro,
Arsenal,
I'm
what's
sorry,
your thoughts,
Sam, man.
bro?
You got caught in the crossfire, man. Like I couldn't help it. You intervened, and I had to release the bullets, man. So, it is what it is, man.
I am also very glad we moved out from the Lampard in and out debate.
We'll get on
Oh
that.
my god, yo!
Yes, but flawless. Your thoughts, United
Yo,
Arsenal. Let's go.
not even 10 minutes in and these man started. Oh, it's great, yo. Oh, I would pay for that.
I
would
love
pay for
this
stuff.
show.
Do you know what the best example is,
Hey,
right?
man, we can make
Flawless, right?
fair fees from this, you know, bro.
You
Nah,
can,
shut
you
up,
know. You can make
No,
fair
listen.
fees.
What I was going to say, right,
Right.
is, alright, listen, Flawless, right? Wouldn't you say Arsenal United is a bigger rivalry than City United in terms of like
Yeah.
history of things? That's the point
Yes.
I'm trying to make. You know,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
saying
yeah.
Tottenham are, they're a shit club, but
No, I know it's a big rivalry.
it's
I know it's a big rivalry, right? Like, I'm not stupid. I just think that Tottenham Arsenal. If someone offered you at the beginning of the season 6 points against Spurs or 6 points against Arsenal, you'd probably pick Spurs.
I pick Man United.
All right, I'll remember that when we've come to play you in a few months.
Because you don't beat us anyway, so we're good about that.
You're right, you do. You've won 3 of the last 16 North London
At the
derbies.
Emirates, you don't beat us, bruv. You haven't beat us in the Emirates
You've
since
won.
2010. So
You've won.
listen,
You've won.
man,
2
I'm
of
just
the
being
last
honest,
10
bruv.
of the
I'm
Emirates.
just being honest. I'm just being honest. Like you
You won
don't
2 of the last 10 of the Emirates. What is this?
Oh, this is great, yo. Oh, Lord of mercy.
Make shit
Woohoo.
I can't. When is the North London derby? By the way, I can't
seriously.
wait for that.
Somebody said they're used to having a match in the Royal Rumble, yo.
Yo, Sunday,
if any of you men
bro.
are
Man,
watching
hit
it,
me
jump
up,
on the
bro.
watch
Nah,
along.
Come on, man,
outside
for the
football,
title.
Outside football, yeah, I love that. But when he talks about Arsenal and Spurs, he fucked me off.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
It's
this is
been a rough week, man. It's been a rough week.
Yeah,
I
it's been
think
a
that
we'll give him some time off.
Yeah, so back to the point of what I was talking about in terms of the reason why United Arsenal is such a big rivalry is because both teams were competing for a long period of time for the biggest prize in the country. You know what I'm saying? And that from literally from 98 till 2004. So that's that's 5-6 years or whatever. Both teams were competing, and then when you add in both teams competing for the Premier League, everything that happened on the pitch, the two managers going back and forth, you got fights in the tunnel, Fabregas throwing the pizza at Fergie. There's so much. The tunnel incident with Keane and Vieira, like these things are iconic in Premier League history. So that's why this game means so much. Even though United and Arsenal haven't competed for a Premier League title for a long period of time, it's still there. The disdain for each club is still there. And then when you add in the fact as well, somebody said it, this is the El Clasico, social media El Clasico. Our fans are the most shameless, their fans are the most shameless. We're the two most loud fan bases on social media, and we've both been terrible for a long period of time. I don't know the last time United won a major trophy was 8 years ago. Arsenal longer than that, but yet I've had Arsenal fans bantering me in 8th. You know what I'm saying? In that same way, when United have been terrible, I don't show up. So in regards to the actual game, I'm confident going into this game, and I'm in the minority with that simply because of the match winners we have. And I'm confident going into every Manchester United game simply because of the match winners we have. We have individual players who can win games at any moment. This is why losing to Sheffield United, it was a shock, but it wasn't a major shock because even though our results have been very good, our results have been top notch, our performances haven't matched it. I can count, we haven't lost before that game since November the 1st, ironically, against Arsenal. And I can count on one hand the amount of times we've actually played well. It's probably Leeds and maybe another. So in a 2-3 month period of us not losing and winning games, we've played well 2 or 3 times. That tells you all you need to know. But yeah, I'm confident going into the game because I don't think Arsenal are that good. That's what it is. I don't think they're that good.
Yeah, man. Now, do you know what? This is the most I've anticipated a United Arsenal game. It's just I don't know. It's because both teams are good and not good at the same time. In my opinion, like, they've got both massive weaknesses and massive strengths. But I think United's individualist, iso ball, one-man team sometimes, and Bruno or Pogba will turn up. Is the tactics really there? That's the question. Can Oli get it right against Mikel Arteta? That's the one question because he hasn't got it right twice. So yeah, I don't know, man. He's gonna have to wait and see where it goes.
Yeah, he probably won't, but that's Oli can't get it. He couldn't get it right against Chris Wilder. Like Oli's tactically, we know he's not the guy for that. Literally, I'm solely looking at the players to win us this match, as I do every Manchester United match. It doesn't matter if we're playing Arsenal, we're playing Sheffield United, we're playing Chelsea, Spurs, we're playing Luton, whoever. I literally rely on the play. I have zero faith in this manager. I say this all the time. The only reason why I believe Manchester United can't win this league is simply because of the manager. He's the one reason. So this is why I'm so highly critical of him, because everything else is in place with the way the level of players we have in our squad, how bad everybody else is pretty much bar Manchester City. The manager's the big deficient. The manager's the big point to me. He's the biggest problem at our club in terms of us winning this league title. And again, if we had a serious manager, I'm even more confident going into this game. But because he's not, I know he's not going to change it. It's simply on the players, but I'm hoping the players can turn up. And we're due a win because we haven't won at the Emirates, I think, since 2017, I think, when Lingard did the... Yeah, when is it? When Lingard did the Millie Rock?
The last time we won Emirates was in the league was 2017, and in cup it was 2019 or 18? 18.
Yeah, 18.
No,
yeah, it was 18.
It was 19.
Was it 19? Okay. All right.
But
that was the moonwalk, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't beat us in the league in terms of even at Old Trafford since Wenger's era.
Jeez. So yeah, we're due then. That being said, that means we're due. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm down. Wow. Yeah, it's been a while. That's why I'm down singing with it.
It used to be United went that long without Arsenal beating them, and it's kind of changed. I don't know why, but I guess it's because you had different managers, Mourinho, Ole, even Arsenal had Emery and Arteta, so and Ljungberg. So, no, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. I just think, look, worst comes to worst, you lose the game, you take on the chin, but if you win it, listen, man. Fucking take it. It literally is a cause for celebration because
I imagine Arsenal doing the double over United. That would be amazing.
It would be funny, man. Because for Arsenal right now, we're in what you call redemption season. You know what I mean? Like it's like we were the worst team in the league for so long, 15th in the table, and now literally with a space of 6 games, we've climbed from 15th to I think we're 9th or 8th. We're 3 points off Tottenham in I think they're 6th or 5th. We're 5 points off the top 4 or something like that.
How far are you ahead of Chelsea as well?
Now we're level on points.
A lot of these teams have games in hand. Villa,
you see that you say that right, Sam, but I don't think that's necessarily always their advantage because
I didn't say it wasn't.
You have that game in hand. No, but if it is exactly, some people have made it out like an advantage. If it continues like that, for example, and it gets to a stage where that game gets congested in other games as well, you've got to play another game to so you've got where you can't.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, it's always a nice.
Like Villa, for example, Villa have 3 games in hand. I don't think that's a good thing, because it puts pressure on you now because your other team may have got the win by that point. So you got to win
one of the games Villa have
in
in hand, isn't it? Is against us.
So it's listen, man. I don't know, man. I don't know where Arsenal going to get to, but if we can beat Man United, then you've beaten Southampton, you've beaten United, you've beaten Chelsea as well.
You said it though. If you win like what 4 or 5 games, 3, 4 games, whatever it is, like the table just completely changes. We've seen it with every single team in the league. Like, where are we now? We're still in January, so
I'm not surprised.
We've still got 4 months left of the season, 20 odd games ish, maybe a bit less.
Yeah,
exactly. They call it 18 games left of the season. Also,
I think the last time Arsenal got knocked out of the FA Cup this soon, we finished 5th and got to the Europa League final, but we should have finished 3rd because of we lost against Crystal Palace and drew against Brighton at home. Both games that we should have basically won. So that was the closest we've gotten to the top 4. Basically, we were in a game.
And you call up bottle job.
Oh, shut the hell up. What have you got to?
Why are you such a baby? Relax.
I ain't no baby, bro. I am a winner. I support Arsenal, bro. You support Tottenham. Get to know, right? So I'm gonna be a baby like that, bro. But yeah, I think Arsenal United. Let's go. Come on, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, I think that segues perfectly to the other team in the Arsenal United game. Man United 1, Sheffield United 2.
Oh, here we go.
Statistically, the worst team in Premier League history at this point in the season. Flawless. Let's just go into it, man. What the hell happened?
Yo, we did, like I said, our bad performances finally caught up with us. Like I said, we played Fulham literally, when was it, last week, a couple of weeks ago, whenever, a team fighting relegation, one of the worst teams in the Premier League, and we did a world-class strike from our best player to win the game. We needed our best player to score a worldie with his weaker foot to get past Fulham. So yes, everybody's celebrating, people are joking around, letting the banter run 21-21, but then the result against Sheffield United is a prime example. What have I said on this show? You get me? Before, when I spoke on this, we can't win the league because of this manager. But people will call me negative. I've been called negative before. People are like, oh, why? Even when we was on a good run of form, simply because I see results like this coming. This isn't a shock. It wasn't, I shouldn't say that. It wasn't a massive shock. This is why I wasn't going crazy on social media. This is why I wasn't on live streams ranting and raving, because I know what this manager is. And eventually, you can't individual brilliance your way to a league title. It's never happened before. I hope it happens this season, but I've never seen it before. It doesn't matter if it's Manchester United, if it's a Chelsea team, as Arsenal team, even the Leicester side that won it. They were all good teams. Yes, they had moments of individual brilliance, but that's our plan A. Like, I sound like a broken record because we rely on that. Literally, if we beat Arsenal, guaranteed it's moments. Yeah, go on, Babs.
Also, the one thing you do too much is concede the first goal.
Yeah.
Which if you come back every time as a positive, but teams that win titles don't concede first.
This is it.
Rarely. You know, if you get it on the one occasion, two occasions, show come back in spirit. When you do it every game, it's like, come on, man, like we get it. Like,
and that's it.
Come back.
The
Arsenal game is the best example. Now, if you think is with Arsenal, normally we only win games where we go 1-0 ahead. The Southampton game was the first time we haven't done that. But if you go 1-0 down to Arsenal at the Emirates with our solid defense to an extent,
it's going to be an issue.
It's going to be an issue because Arsenal, you know, I don't know, it's weird. I don't trust the defense yet, but stats-wise, we're the second best apparently, and we've got some of the most clean sheets as well. It's weird. So I don't know, man. That could be an issue. It almost looks as if you have to concede that first goal before you we'll play our football now. So why do you have to do that? Why do you have to wait for other teams to wake you up?
Because our players just go into autopilot after that. We go out there. Exactly, there isn't much of a plan. We go a goal down, and then these players just say F it and just start balling out. Literally, that's what it is. The players start balling out. And because of the quality we have in our side going forward, more often than not, against most teams, we're going to get away with it. This is how miraculously we've been top of the league. Miraculously, we're in a title race, even though we shouldn't be. We should be with the squad, but I'm staying with the manager. But adding in everybody else being so bad as well, because people don't look at that. Context matters. People are like, yeah, you top of the league. Why are you complaining? Blah, blah, blah. Because everybody's worse. Chelsea just sat their manager. You know what I'm saying? Spurs are unhappy with, I don't know what Slav feels, but I know Spurs fans are unhappy with Jose. Arteta's new. You know what I'm saying? Liverpool are not what they were. It's only literally City who you can say are on par or better than last season. Like I always say, Villa, who finished 17th last season and survived on the last day, are like 2 points. If they win their 2 games in hand, they're like 2 points off top or something crazy. That tells you all you need to know. You got Everton and Southampton all vying for the top 6. So yeah, that's what happened. So it's not a surprise.
Ollie's issue, right, is he's got the mix of right man management, to keep players happy. Okay, yeah, they're all happy, they all love him basically, but he doesn't have that motivation to give to the players, to get them on their asses, to get them going. You know, that's where the manager comes into play. And I think he has to find the right balance of keep them happy and say the nice things to them and keep them loving and all sorts, but motivate them as well. I think Mourinho, for example, is an example of a manager, or Lampard as well, who took it too far to the other hand, like trying to kick them in the arse too much. Ollie's a bit too, let's hug you, lovely stuff. Got to find the right balance to be a top manager. I think Klopp does it as well. Some games he's loving his players, hugging them. Some games he's screaming and shouting, yo, get the fuck up the pitch. Yeah. So, man, I think Ollie... And
that's why you mentioned Klopp there has been successful, because I say this about Ollie, even though I'm not a fan, I give him credit. His man management is second to none. The players love him. The players love him. You can see the squad for the first time since Fergie left. You can see the squad harmony. When Bailly made that tackle against Aston Villa when we won that game and he made that block and all the players were hugging, I've not seen that in 8 years. And that is due to Ollie. The way he's improved his squad is incredible. I like this squad a lot. Like the team we have, when I look at the ballers we have, I'm like, right, Ollie's done a great job. Fantastic job. But then again, this is why I'm so critical, because you have a better squad than the other managers, yet our football is terrible. Our football is awful. For the players we have. Absolutely. We'd be on watch-alongs, watching United games, talking about going on holiday, people's hairlines, food, all types of different stuff, because the game is that bad. And then boom, a Pogba will click into gear, or a Rashford or Bruno or somebody will click into gear and do something. But it is what it is. So yeah, the Sheffield United game was disappointing.
I think it's the United board for you, because it's the same situation that we were in, where The squad should be doing a lot better than it is. And the difference between us and you lot is we've changed our manager, and you guys haven't done that yet.
Facts. And like I said, with a better manager, we are clear at the top of the table right
I don't
now.
think they're going to change a manager, though. I don't think
No,
they're
they're
going
not.
to do that.
They're not going to do
And
it.
for a
No.
while, I believe, because the way he's kept the players happy, right? Every time his job's going to be on the brink, because how much they love the manager, because he gives them freedom, they're going to play for him.
Yeah, they
So
turn
he's
into
gonna
prime
get sacked.
Barcelona.
Exactly. So he ain't going to get sacked for it. I think we can see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at United for the next 3-4 years, potentially.
You know what? The thing that will stop him, though, is eventually injuries, suspensions will pop up.
Yeah.
And we've seen what it's like when
Or
he
if
doesn't have
players
these
choose to
players.
leave. If Pogba
Yes.
goes, I'm out. If
Which could
Bruno goes,
happen.
I'm out. Then, yeah. But
Also,
apart from
other
that, I think
teams
he's
will
staying.
get better. Like as much
Yes.
as like we laugh at Arsenal and even Spurs to an extent. Like they're not going to be. I mean, we're not. Neither of us. None of us. Out of the four of us. Well, okay, let's just take United out of the equation for a minute. Out of myself, Lewis, and Bav, the teams we support, in 5 years' time, we won't even remember what really happened this year.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like when I say remember, obviously you remember some things, but you won't care. Like Babs won't care that Arsenal were terrible for half the season in 2020, whatever it is. I won't care that we lost to Liverpool with a poor performance on a January Thursday evening 5 years from now. Like right now, it's the be all and end all. But other teams will get better, and it will just sort of, do you know what I mean? Like develop. Other teams will develop, evolve. Players will get better, etc. So it's sort of like.
What Sam's saying is he's kind of given up on the season already, so he just wants to move on.
No, I haven't given up.
Don't hope for a trophy.
I haven't
Let's
given
move
up,
on.
but yeah,
No, but you wouldn't be saying that if you were fighting for the title, would you?
Nah, but that's what. Yeah,
Me?
yeah. He's talking to you, Puffs. I mean, Slav.
Yeah, sorry. Say what did you say,
I
Baz?
said you wouldn't be saying that if you were actually like fighting for the title. Say if you were like a couple points, 6
No,
points.
I would. My point is nothing to do with how well.
Yesterday shattered your heart, bro. Admit it. Shattered your heart.
It didn't shatter my heart because it's not like I've been. It's not like I've.
You know what? You man are missing a trick, you know. I'll use man don't have a show called the Bavs and Slav Show and let that run. I do not know.
Soon come.
That would
Yes.
like, you know what I'm saying? I would Lewis would have it on.
But you know what the issue is, right? This is
Wait, one second.
Lewis
would have it
Caribbean.
Yeah,
for 2 weeks.
yeah, that's cool. Lewis would have it on his channel. I'd have it on Sarcasm City TV. Yo, you man, that is the show right there, innit? Arsenal
The only
Spurs
issue
each
is, right,
week.
this is the only issue. Do you know the top Reds and the top Spurs fan? Be like, oh, Spurs and Arsenal fan, what are they doing? Oh, why are they always talking together? That's the only issue, bruv. Like,
I don't care.
like-
I
No,
do
I don't
want
care
you
either,
to
but I know exactly.
No. I understand that. Yeah, I'd get.
I disagree. I know you know a lot more about YouTube than me, but like at the end of the day, who cares what they look like? I think it'd be hilarious. Anyway,
If people want to see
I
it,
think it'd be jokes. I'll back that too.
Like I said, I'm telling you now, you can bring that to Sarcasm City TV in a heartbeat. You
Yeah,
get me?
but
I
if
would
the referee in
I would
video,
defo
then
green
they're
like that.
fighting.
yeah, we need it flawless.
I'd monitor it.
We need our Mike Dean.
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah,
that.
me
You know what I'm
too,
saying?
bro.
In that,
Give-
I'll
give
do
it
that,
the
man. I'll
cards
ref
out.
it. Yeah, man, I'll do
Yeah,
that.
I'll probably be too biased for it. I'll just start instigating because I'm Chelsea.
No, I'm a chat. I don't care.
Yo,
I'm a
who
chat
said
to
that,
you,
bro?
man, innit? I'm telling that to you, man, innit? You man might reject it. I'm looking to green like that. That is genius. You know what I'm saying?
But
All
anyway,
right, we'll talk. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Nah, go on. That's a perfect segue point. Anyway, we're gonna go into the Spurs game. Spurs 1, Liverpool 3. Again, it's the Premier League champions. It is what it is. Oh, what? Did you get a game on? Did you get a goal on Pro Clubs?
no, I was celebrating that we lost, as you were.
Okay, cool. Go on. Yeah, Spurs are continuing to drop points. Where are you lot in the table now?
We
let
are.
me have
Guys, my
Yeah,
team's,
you haven't changed too much.
my team's still above all yous lot in it. So we still out here in that. But yeah, go on, continue in it. Just wait to get that.
Yeah, but the Sheffield United result is still a bit peak.
Flawless. I had
Yeah,
20
speak.
years of. I had 20. My whole life, you've been above us. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I don't care what Man United fans think.
I only care if United are actually going to win the league, and we both can admit.
Even if they do win the league, I
United
don't know
is
enough
not
Man
team.
United fans to care.
I rate
And
that.
if they do and they live in London, I really don't care.
Yeah, but Sam, chat to me about the Spurs game.
Look, this is not an excuse because I do think yesterday we were dreadful. It was poor all round from manager to players. I do think though, like if that goal, and it was the right decision. It was offside, but if that goal counted, I do think it would have been a different game early on that Son goal because goals change games. But that it didn't count, and from the 5th minute after it was disallowed, we were absolutely terrible. And it was so bound to happen. Liverpool haven't won in God knows how many games. And I knew it was going to happen. I think I said it last week. It was just inevitable. We were poor. The team selection was wrong. Obviously, Reguilon not being available was a big blow. Harry Kane going off at half time is horrendous, no matter what. And he looks like he's going to miss the next 3 games, or at least he's missing this weekend at the very least. So we'll see on that one. But performance-wise, it was just very disappointing. Like I said, team selection was wrong. Subs were wrong. The league. Now, I said last week if we don't beat Liverpool, we are out of the title race. More or less, we are pretty much out of the title race. What else can I say? Unless barring some miracle and where everyone else loses and we suddenly turn into prime Barcelona, which I don't think is happening. Then now it's
How
just
far are you off the title? You're not that far off.
about 7 points.
Yeah, 7 points. I mean, especially in this sort of
That's
season,
really
I
weird.
think that's doable.
Yeah,
When
but
we
Lewis,
won the title,
7 points and it's top.
when we nearly won the title in
Yeah, fair point.
when we nearly won the title in
Basically
2017.
17 points.
What? Can I ever speak without him interrupting?
Sorry, I was asking him a question. That was me. But go on.
When Chelsea, when you pipped us to the title in 16-17, that was 7 points as well. And we came second.
Pipped us to
And
the
now we're
title.
sixth.
Yeah, I swear that was 10 points. I can't lie. Give us a bit more flowers.
Pipped us to
than
the
that.
title,
might
11 points.
No, but I think when the day
No,
we won,
but I think
we won the league
you're
on
11
time.
points off. I know Pip for the title, mate.
Do I need to
Go on.
But it was just very disappointing. Look, at the end of the day, we're still in a cup final in April. We're in the FA Cup still. We've got a nice draw in the Europa League, and the top 4 is obviously not out of the equation. I still think we'll get in the top 4. So not the be all and end all. It was just really disappointing.
Alright, Sam, let me ask you a serious question, right? And this is actually serious. Say if we don't win the Carabao Cup final, don't win the Europa League, and just say, for example, you don't finish top 4, would you then sack man like Mourinho?
What about the FA Cup?
Yeah, but you ain't win the FA Cup, man. Or if so that's the whole point is no trophies, not top 4. Would you sack Mourinho?
Yeah, because he gets paid £15 million a year.
That's
Right, so you're basically he's got to win a trophy for you to be like, he needs to keep his job. Basically, his job's on the line with a trophy.
Yeah. He's been employed to win trophies.
That's a style.
Fair enough.
I think what
I
he
respect
is,
that.
right, I think personally, I think Sam's on the edge already. Like, he's looking at him from a distance, going, "Do I like this guy? Not really."
No, Babs, you're right. Babs, you're right. I'm undecided.
Yeah.
I'm not
No
Jose
trophy,
out.
and it's time to go.
I'm
Like,
not-
I would
but
say
he
for
knows-
Mikel Arteta, if Arteta finishes outside the top 7 and doesn't get far in the Europa League, I'd sack him as well because that's not good for Arsenal Football Club. But if we finish, I don't know, 6th and maybe not win a trophy, that's still.
No, Babs, you're right. I am sitting on the fence. I don't want him out because it's the middle of January. Last night, if Harry Kane was on the pitch for the whole game, do I think we lose 3-1? Probably not. Do I think we lose? You never know. Most likely. But I don't think we lose in the way we did. I think sort of the players sort of gave up. I think playing Matt Doherty at left wing back honestly, my dog could have made a better decision than that.
You don't rate Doherty, do you?
It's not even about rating him. Why would you play your right back at left wing back when you've got centre halves on the bench that can play at centre back, and then you play the left back who's at centre back at left wing back?
So basically, what you're saying, Slav, if you lose the League Cup, and then I'm not sure who you've got in the FA Cup the next round, but say you lose that as well, Everton. So say you lose to Everton, and then you lose the League Cup final as well. You're saying you want him gone.
If we win one trophy, no matter what it is, and I know they're not the most glamorous trophies in the world, the League Cup and whatever. You don't need to tell me, but if we get in the top 4 in a League Cup, there is no reason to sack him. What is the reason that we're sacking him?
So you're saying this football has to come.
No one expected us.
Otherwise, it's not tolerable.
I didn't expect to win the league going into the season. It's just quite nice that up until this week we were in with a shout. And I do think that, and Babs is right what he said. I am on the fence in terms of right now. I don't want him out, but I want to try and back him because whilst he's making some silly mistakes in terms of his team selection, his subs and whatever, and the tactics, like whatever you want to call them, silly mistakes, poor error of judgment, whatever you want to call them, there is no point in the middle of January being Jose out, because who are we going to get in right now that's going to come in and do a better job?
Lampard.
Hey, yo, whoa. I will remove you for even the
Bruv,
fourth
Lewis,
of
I can
Lampard
guarantee
in the
you, if he
Tottenham
got
That's
offered
a
the
side.
Tottenham
Lampard.
job, he'd take it. He would take it.
Yeah, I agree.
Nah.
I think he would take
I
it.
guarantee he'd take it, bruv.
You reckon
There
he'd
is no
take the
loyalties in this game. He'll take it, bro. On my life, he'll take it.
There's no
Lampard
loyalty.
taking the Tottenham job.
I don't think
He would
Lampard will
take
take
it,
the
bruv.
Tottenham
He would
job.
take it.
I
I'll
don't
tell you,
think
he'll
so.
Tribal
take it.
Frankie
Look,
Lampard.
Put it this way: if Patrick Vieira was available for, he'll take it as well. There's no, bruv. I'm telling you, man. There's no loyalties. They'll take it.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
Vieira would take.
We had John Terry. This guy was going to have a
I
clause
don't.
in his
Let's not talk
contract.
about Lampard. Let's not talk about Lampard at Tottenham. It's not going to happen. But I do agree with what Babs is saying. Is that like I am looking at it and like, but then again, there's been some good times and some bad times. Like every team goes through it. I'm going to give him until the end of the season, which I think is fair. But I'm going to see what happens with the injuries. Hopefully, Kane's injury isn't too bad. Apparently, it was just a kick on the ankle and not any further damage. So that's a bit more positive than we used to when it comes to his injuries.
I don't know. It's been a bit sticky for you, man. The last back-to-back wins were mid-November. The last time I'm checking, it's been a while for you, man. Like, obviously, it's been the same thing for us, but
that's the thing. We're inconsistent. Like we beat Sheffield United the other week. We were poor today. We'll probably beat Brighton on Sunday and then lose to you on Thursday. Then beat West Brom and then beat City and then lose to it. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm actually probably more confident for Chelsea at home than I am for Brighton away. But
What Tuchel ball and the pass.
yeah,
Yo, I said pass. Like you don't know the answer to the question. I said pass. Like you don't know the answer to the questions.
Personally, I don't rate Thomas Tuchel whatsoever. I've watched him. I've seen his teams play against Spurs for Dortmund, and I've watched him at Paris Saint-Germain. I don't rate him at all. And secondly, that pass thing, that's what City tries to do against us. And
just to say, the next Premier League show comes the day after Spurs v Chelsea.
Yeah, look, you can beat us in this game. It doesn't change my opinion on Thomas Tuchel. I don't think he's a good manager.
I have to say that, Lewis, man, your
Lewis, beating us right now is not going to change my opinion on your manager.
Yeah, I have to say some Chelsea fans after that game, and I said some for a reason. Bro, it was embarrassing. Like, great 0-0 draw, lovely move, lovely passing. Like, look, I'm sure it probably was. I didn't watch the
I
game.
was just happy that was the best performance we've had in 7 weeks.
That was your best performance.
Bro, our last 2 wins were false images.
I watched
We
the first
struggled
half.
against a 10-man Fulham, and I don't know how we beat West Ham 3-0. And the rest of the games we drew and lost. The way we played for a manager who was there for 24 hours, that was better than I've seen us play.
That game was like when I coach kids and I tell them to stand at opposite ends in a line and I say pass and run around him and follow your path.
Yeah, well, you know what? Have you seen the tactics we've had for the last few weeks? Well, this is an improvement.
What you prefer doing passing drills in a Premier League game?
Bro, this wasn't the squad he wanted. He just said
what did he actually say to them before the game?
He said he picked a team with
to pass
experience.
the ball to each other. I don't want you to shoot. I don't want you to get in the box. Just pass the ball to each other. Blue shirts, yeah? Remember, we're playing in blue.
Here's what happens when you face a 24 hours into a debut. 24 hours at the job, and Wolves didn't come to win. They came to get
to be fair to Mourinho, he had 24 hours in the job when he came to Spurs, and we won at West Ham.
There you go, man. Lewis, man,
and I'm pretty sure
we're a sticky one still. But
no, this show's
we'll
correct me if I'm wrong.
do well in the next few games.
Who have you got next, Lewis?
Burnley, another parked bus, but Thomas
Tuchel
Tuchel actually has a few more days with the squad going into this game, so I'm more confident. That lineup was nothing to really take much of. He just said he went for experience, wanted to give Callum Hudson-Odoi a run out as well, and he got man of the match at left wing back. So there's positives to take from it. That's just it, though. It's just positives. I'm not seeing it as like, yes, we drew. Nah, like, okay, we got a draw. It's better than losing the last 3 fucking games on the bounce. But we move to Burnley. And hopefully we play a squad that's more suited to Tuchel. Like there was some parts of the lineup I didn't like, but he said he went for experience and he only had 24 hours in a 2-hour training session. It really is what it is. There's not too much you can take out of it.
Was a massive, like, why is Rudiger there? Like Rudiger's not been there before, has he?
Rudiger, I think, was tapping up Tuchel the weeks before he even joined.
Is it?
Man's yeah.
Calling him, yo, listen, when you come here, bro, make sure I play, bro.
Rudiger, like he didn't do much wrong, but every time they had a dangerous transition, I saw Rudiger napping and ball watching.
How much did you pay for Rudiger?
I think
Not
it was.
Not
it
as much
was.
as you lot paid. Not as much as you lot
Let me-
paid for Mustafi.
I think it was the same, you know. I think it
Let
was
me
the same.
So,
Right.
I'm just comparing German shitters.
Just checking the transfer fee. Rudiger's 29 million. What were we doing?
How much-
that whole
Exactly,
window?
bro. It's the same as Mustafi, basically.
Mustafi
That's
was what,
2017
35
window. Is
No, Mustafi was
someone
30.
should have got sacked for it? I swear down.
Yeah, wasn't that window you signed Rudiger, you signed Drinkwater,
Drinkwater for
Morata.
40 million, Bakayoko for
Kepa.
35
Kepa was the
million,
year after.
Morata for 55 million.
Lewis,
Oh my
Lewis,
goodness.
Danny Drinkwater got beaten up by the Spurs under 15s.
Danny Drinkwater, you know.
Is that-
40 million just dropped.
He knows as well. He knows
Bro,
what I'm
only
talking
Chelsea could do that and get away with it, you know. Only Chelsea
Yeah.
could do that.
about. Lewis
Facts.
knows what I'm talking about.
Did you said Drinkwater, Morata, Bakayoko? Who else
Costa
was in
for
that window?
23 million as well.
Costa. Is there a
Um,
worse window? Jesus.
And the year after, they signed Kepa for 72.
That
Yeah.
window is almost as bad as when Spurs
Bro.
bought Etienne Capoue.
I've already said, like, Kepa got us to a trophy and Maguire hasn't, so I still think he's better.
This
Come
guy.
Come with it, bro.
I'll
But the
say
thing
it
is,
and I
right,
stand by it. Kepa
this
took
year
us
as
to
well-
a Europa League final.
Listen,
Maguire's
I-
bottled 4 semi-finals. Here's what it is.
I mean, you can't argue the fact. But
Hey,
no, what
someone-
I'm saying, right, even
hey,
this
did
year, you
someone
spent so much
mention-
money on like
someone mentioned
Havertz
Bottle?
and Werner, and so far as well.
What were you saying? Babs, what were you
No,
saying?
I was gonna say, yeah, even this year, Havertz and Werner have been bought for massive money, and like so far they haven't worked out.
Only so
I've
far,
seen,
though.
you know what? Yeah, I can't lie. I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans. You know the big Chelsea fans that are saying, "Yo, he got Lampard sacked," like Havertz and Werner. Now they've got kind of like low key vendettas against these two young players. Well, not young because you know Werner's not really young anymore. But I seen
I
that and I
don't
was like,
speak on behalf of Rory Jennings' statements. They
nah,
are
not
only
that,
Rory
bro.
Jennings'
He's just an
statements.
example of one player. I've seen a few on social media as well. Like, yeah, Lampard got sacked and it's your fault and it's his fault. And I was like,
Yeah,
why are you
this
surprised?
fucking
It's happened
Lampard
before.
mourn sesh is embarrassing, man.
But it's happened before.
Respect the player, but the coach had 2 league wins in 8 games. Like,
I think
there's a
with
reason
Chelsea
why
fans,
this man
right?
got sacked.
When Mourinho got sacked, I remember there was Chelsea fans. There was a video of a Chelsea fan. It was Eunice, wasn't it?
And to be honest, that's half the
In the
reason
car.
why I don't
And he's
care
going,
as much.
It's a disgrace. Why has he got sacked? And
No,
then you
but
go on
like
a
that's
title.
why I don't care as much, because that really solidified in my heart that okay, we're ruthless Chelsea. Like if
No,
the manager
damn
don't
right.
make it, we're going to leave. Like when Mourinho left, that was one of the most depressing days of my life when he got sacked the second time. I was like, bro, we really got rid of Jose. I didn't even care that we were points off a relegation zone. I had that Yadar mentality. It's like, nah, keep Jose, man. It's the
But you know
fucking
what, right?
players. This one it's not the players, and this is half the reason why I'm not mourning it as much, because we know what the standard is at Chelsea.
It's not
If
just
the
Roman,
manager
though, you know.
doesn't succeed, he leaves. You don't stick with the manager regardless. Fact is, we need top 4 halfway through our transfer activity anyway. It's massively reliant on getting on the top 4 and getting that Champions League money. Also,
It's
it's
in your history, though, isn't
£250
it?
million spent. No wonder.
There you go. I think it's
valid
in
point.
history, though. I looked at it the day, actually, and I don't know why I did it, but I did it at Arsenal as well. Your history has always been like a couple years, 3 years, managers sacked. Even like back in the 1800s, bro. It's like just Chelsea's thing. They just sack managers because they don't keep with it. Whereas United and Liverpool, especially, and Arsenal, just keep managers. They just keep them for long. I think that's what you want to be, but you don't have the patience for it. Roman just don't have the, he's like, yo, bro.
And you know what? It works. This is
Patience,
why.
but you have to reach your targets. It's like
Yeah.
you need to be consistent with it, and you're not allowed any slip-ups.
Yeah, and here's the thing. As well. Chelsea's successful with it. You have been the most successful. You have won every trophy.
25
since
trophies in
Abramovich came in.
25 years.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. You are literally. I don't think you'll know this. I say this all the time. I've not gone longer than 2 years without a trophy. You lot will win something. Definitely. What's the last trophy you lot won?
Europa League.
Hey,
The
what,
League
year,
Cup,
what year was it, Skyfall? What year?
1906.
No, you-
2019.
So see, I'm in 2021, so I guarantee 20 this year or next year, Chelsea will probably win some. You'll probably win some form
Yo,
of
so what was
trophy.
the last final you were in? What happened then?
Anthony Taylor tax.
See, there you go. You want to talk about bottling semi-finals. You out here losing finals to Arsenal. Yeah, that's my response.
Aye,
I
when
got
was
there
the
in
last
end.
time you lot made a final?
I have no idea. You get me asking me questions I know the answer
They
to.
probably
That's
won.
not what
It was
this
the
is
FA Cup,
about.
wasn't it?
What was that?
You get me?
It was the FA Cup.
Yeah,
they
FA
won
Cup.
against-
Yeah. We
No,
win
no,
finals
they
when we
lost.
get there.
No, sorry.
No,
my bad.
you lost it to us still.
Yeah, they lost it. What am I saying? You let Hazard score the penalty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hazard
what are you
wait,
talking
when
about
was
there,
this?
bro?
zero to the United
wait.
fans. I remember that.
Wait, when Mourinho there in charge and that? Yeah, man. Agent Mourinho taxed that, man. This
That
double
was Conte,
agent
wasn't
stuff.
it?
Agent Mourinho.
No, Mourinho was talking.
Oh, yeah,
Agent
yeah,
Mourinho was
United,
like us, and we had Phil Jones. This guy played Phil Jones in the final. He ain't trying to win the thing and that. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Agent Mourinho got you the Tin Pot treble. Respect, man. Respect.
Hey, respect in it. And it teach. You know what I'm saying? It was the timber, it was the double in it. I don't know about no plate thing in it. We don't count plates. It was a double in it, and there's a weak one at that in it.
Oh yeah, you know what? I rate that you don't count the Community Shield because the amount of Arsenal fans I know that actually do.
It's an
count
honor.
that
I never said it's a
I
trophy.
like
It's an
Arsenal.
honor.
That wasn't
It's
you
an
in
honor,
general.
bro.
That
It's
actually
an
wasn't
honor.
at you.
What else do you want to say? It's an honor,
What honor?
bro. It's not a trophy. It's an honor. A trophy, you know. Look at it, bro. It's an honor, isn't it?
You understand? He's an Arsenal fan. They be struggling for you.
You know, you've been struggling for years, bro. Look at the guy next to me, bro. That way. Look at him. Look at his face.
Why you fucking
That's a
bringing me
cold
into it?
one. That's a
Mate,
cold
I
one.
live in Bab's head rent free. He's arguing with Lewis.
You're
He's
next to me,
pointing
bro.
at
I can't help it. You just like look at it. I'm like, yo, easy
Oh,
shots.
Babs,
Let's go.
when Babs, do you not want me to pay rent, or are you good?
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. You can stay in it.
Oh
It
mate,
was the only guy comment from last week. I've remained on job since then.
I do want to ask a question. We do also need to talk about Frank Lampard as well because we have to pay respects to fallen legend. I want to find out you guys' thoughts on Lampard. We'll start with you. Actually, we'll start with your thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, if you ask some Chelsea
respect
fans,
to
it
a
sounds like
fallen
he did
legend, it's
fucking
Frank
die.
Yo, this is great, yo. The
expansion
what is this? The
home.
Premier League Pandemonium. I can't even
Pandemonium
talk.
show, bruv.
Yeah, this is it, yo, innit? Oh,
Nah, you know what, with Lampard, right? I don't know. Part of me, as an Arsenal fan, is like, obviously it's funny that Lampard's gone. But as a football fan, I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe should have just given him more time. I don't know, man. Like, that was the first real bad stint he's been for as a Chelsea manager. So like, if he had come through that, you have to say, look, he'll be better. Surely, because, you know, he's gone for that worst patch with players who are underperforming. If you can get through that, then you will become a better manager. Seen it with Arteta. I hope at least. I've seen it with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So, but as an Arsenal fan, it's hilarious, man. You know, you love to see it. And
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you know what the thing was,
of
right?
course you say that because you got to 2 points behind us with him in charge.
because do you know what it was, right? With you, right? I think you said, "Oh, the FA Cup final." We're gonna excuse that because Lampard's learned from that, and we're gonna come back stronger and sacked. So you know, Lampard just gonna do it. And his last 2 games against Arsenal, 2 massive L's.
All right, Lewis, what are you expecting from like, for the rest of the season then? Like, what's the
My standard hasn't changed. Top 3 in a trophy. We can still go and get top 3.
wow. That's a top 3 and a trophy.
I
So
won't
you're
say
looking
that's standard, but I believe we can get top 3. We have a squad that's capable of it.
I'll
And we have
be
a
honest,
flexible
right?
manager too.
so did the other 6-7 teams involved?
I'll be honest, right? I think
Yeah,
the top
no,
four's
there's a
set.
lot of other teams involved. That's why it's not like I don't demand third. But
I
I
think the
think
top
we
four's
can get
set,
back
guys.
into the top 4. I think we can go win the FA Cup. So yeah, top 4 in a trophy, straight up.
I think top 4 set, man. I think United, Liverpool, City, and Leicester. I just think it's set.
I'm holding out for another Brendan Rodgers bottle job.
Yeah, I
Bro,
don't
they've
think
gone.
Leicester-
No, you say bottle
I
job,
do-
right? That's last year, right? Leicester bottled it as players got injured. This year they're coming back to fitness. Madison's back to full fitness. Pereira's back to full fitness. Justin's there. Castagne's back. Soyuncu's gonna come back. Vardy's set to come back as well. They're gonna get stronger as season goes on.
Tyrese, we didn't sack Lampard for top 6.
I can't.
You won't. I don't think you'll get top 4. I don't think Spurs will get top 4. I don't think Arsenal get top 4 either. So maybe it's Champions League. Just focus on that if you can. You know, maybe you could do that then.
No,
With
because
the
I
Leicester-
don't think it's that far. We're only 4 points off 4th.
I'm saying, and I can't say with Leicester that they have bottled it because simply they shouldn't be there with their squad they have. Leicester's like, yeah, injuries happen. What I'm saying is, even with a full strength squad, their team is not one of the best 4 in the league.
Leicester are the best example, my guy, of a midfield 3 and how important it can be to a team. They've got class midfield 3.
With Ndidi, Tielemans, yes.
Tielemans and Madison. It's better than what Arsenal have. I think it's better than most teams in the league, actually. Very underrated. They work together. They work perfectly fine. That's why they're so good. That midfield sets them up. When they weren't fit, they weren't in the race. Now they're fit. And they're still there, by the way. They've already been to Arsenal, beat us. Beat a City, beat them as well, by the way. Come on, man.
Nah, I'm with you. On the Tielemans and Ndidi, I'm with you. Madison's overrated, though. This guy went, before he scored recently, I swear he went like 12, 13 games without a goal. And he got swept to
I
Middlesbrough.
don't think he's overrated. I just don't think he's world class.
That sounded like
I think
a
he's very
different.
good.
When I say he's overrated, that doesn't mean I don't. And I'm not saying I don't rate him. I'm just saying people overrate him. Like, he's a good player, but he's not.
I know it's 7.
He's not anything special
Yeah,
or
7 points
something
is
like
still
that.
doable.
Yeah,
He's
and then
7
even
points off.
and they only got in terms of you got all right. Vardy's cold. We know Vardy scores goals. You got Barnes backing it up. Perez. Who else they got in them wide areas and
Nacho.
that? Yeah,
Cengiz
They got
Nacho.
no, but they got what's his name? The
Cengiz
Turkish
Ünder.
Donny. Cengiz Ünder.
There you
He's
go.
a baller.
All right, that would I can't even pronounce his name. Him, I don't know too much about, but the other three of name, like to me,
One
I
thing
don't
I'll
say
say though.
they bottled it because I just don't think they should be there. Like if
Right,
put
can
it
we
this way,
just
as a
say-
United fan, even if they got beat to the top 4, if we got beat to the top 4 by Leicester, I'm like that shouldn't be happening because that squad's better than
But it
this.
could have happened, man. And this is now 2 years in a row where we have to take Leicester seriously. You can't just not take them seriously because they're Leicester. I think that's what we do. Oh,
I know, but I need to see them get to it first. Like,
no,
if
of
they
course, I
get
hear
into
that,
the
but
top
I think
four,
this will be
then
the year.
yes, take them seriously.
look at
I
it this
think
way.
take
I
them
think what
seriously
you got to
now.
remember,
Last year Leicester would have been hurt. They would be like, yo, we were there for all season and now we've just dropped off. So they're going to be extra motivated. But saying that, the one thing I'll say, Chelsea got Champions League football, but I think you might, who's your game? What game have you got? Who's your
In the
next one?
Champions League. Oh, Atletico.
Atletico, probably out there. So Chelsea won't have that many games except for the FA Cup, basically. Leicester have got Europa League, by the way.
That's what I'm saying.
And so
To me,
Arsenal
then-
got Europa League as well, and Tottenham got Europa
I
League.
said as well with Spurs. I think Spurs will have to make a decision over the Premier League or Europa League very soon.
Exactly,
I said
because
that from the
Spurs are
start of the
still
season.
in the FA
Well,
Cup.
you're not wrong. We'll see how that goes. But for the first round at least, I think we'll be all right because, like I
Oh,
said,
yeah, but-
provided we don't embarrass ourselves, we got a nice draw. We got
Also,
Spurs
but I
got the
think
FA
your
Cup,
results in between
Carabao
the
Cup.
Europa League games are a bit difficult. I know you have Spurs straight after one of them.
You can't
I
balance
think
them,
you got
bruv.
City after the next.
It's impossible to balance Europa League and Premier League. Forget then the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup like Spurs have got.
But surely
'Cause-
you. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why I'm not sitting here being, despite the negativity at the moment, I can't be Jose out if we're still in all 4 competitions essentially.
Yeah, man. I think it's a false image, personally. I don't know, man. I think you got easy ties in the FA Cup, so you're still in there. Fair enough.
We'll
It's just
see.
like
look,
your whole season
I
got
said this
90
from the very
minutes
beginning,
in
mate.
April.
I'm taking it one game at a time.
So,
Which
so what I'm saying, right, is, yeah, maybe if a team gets knocked out of Europa League early, say if it's Arsenal, say if it's Leicester, whoever, it might just be a blessing in disguise because then they've got literally one fixture a week to focus on.
I don't think it is for Arsenal. You need the Europa League. You're not going to get in the top 4.
With that
But
in
if
mind,
you're-
then, all three of you guys, which one would you prefer then?
I think even if Arsenal get
Europa
knocked out in the Europa League, I still don't think you'll get in top 4.
What's the
No,
question?
I'm not saying we will get top 4. I'm
Which
saying
one would
if
you
Arsenal
prefer,
stand a
Europa
chance-
League or getting into the top 4?
If
Europa
Arsenal
League,
stand
because you
even
get
a
the
glimpse of
reward
the
from
chance,
top
right?
4 with a European
Yeah.
trophy.
Pretty much.
We're
Slav
not
said it
doing
there.
both. We're not doing both. If I
Alright,
exactly
cool.
if I was to choose as well, European trophy.
But just
Okay,
on what I
cool.
said about Leicester, and sorry, not Leicester. I'm sorry, on the top 4 being on the, he thinks it's set, which is fair. I respect his opinion. If that's what he thinks, that's what he thinks. But I think we've seen so much this year that it changes every game, every weekend. So to sit here in January with 56 points left to play for.
Let me get the table up quickly.
Quick maths there. I like that, Slav. Man said
3
with
times
50
3 times 18, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I ain't gonna lie. My maths is terrible.
Yeah, 7 points off top 4. I still
How
think
many
that's
are we
the
off top 4? 7 as well? No, we're 5.
No, you're 4
We're
points off
7 as
4.
well then, right?
Well, oh, that's 33. I thought we were.
But look at Everton. They got 2 games in
So
hand.
we're
and
4
7
points off
points
top
off.
4. So look, a couple of wins and we're back in it. Like, it's madness.
That's the thing,
But-
though. Every team just needs a bit of consistency.
Look at Villa and
But
look at
everyone
Southampton as well,
struggled
by
for
the
it.
way. Even
Villa,
Leeds
they
there
got
and
2
thereabouts.
games in hand.
Southampton, I think, are going to drop off. I thought they were in the FA Cup game. They played their best team against Arsenal, and then when it came to the Premier League, they were missing those fullbacks in Bertrand and
Yeah.
Walker-Peters. And I thought it was just nothing against Arsenal. I thought you from the minute you equalised, I thought you were excellent and deserved a win. But I thought their fullbacks were a massive miss for them. The ones they replaced them with were kids that weren't good enough at the end of the day. I think it made a big. Played a big part, and so I think Southampton haven't got a squad big enough to compete continually for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think with Arsenal though, top 4 chances. I think the next 4 games, we'll know.
Who have you got?
Come on.
You've got
So we got
Let me
United
get
at home.
Arsenal's fixtures up.
United at home on Saturday. We got then Villa away, I think. Leeds at home. Benfica away in the Europa League. Let's have a look.
Okay, so some
Yeah,
tricky
there you go. Well, no, Wolves away. I forgot Wolves away. So yeah, United at home, Wolves away.
Let's go through our 4 really good clubs and see what they.
Yeah, our next 4 Premier League games are difficult, and I think that's where maybe just maybe going out the FA Cup could work in our favour. Because if you had Wolves again there, you'd have Wolves away twice.
You're not disappointed though not to be in it anymore.
No, of course I am disappointed because I want to win a trophy. But I think in terms of our goals, if I was chosen to get a better chance to win the Europa League, which it probably does give us now because we've got less games, then I don't know, man. I think it's just it is what it is. But yeah, the next 5 games for Arsenal tell us everything. And I think what it is, right, if we can come out the next 4 games in the league with enough points, then that Benfica game becomes a bit, what do we do? Because if we win those 4 games, we would probably be in the top 4. Because I know teams drop points. Other teams have got harder games.
Don't think you're going to win all 4, to be honest.
But I don't think we are.
I think the same goes for all of us, though. Who's United's next few games?
Just go through each team, Lewis.
Yeah, United, their next 4 games are Arsenal, Southampton, Everton, West Brom. Yeah, those aren't going to be nice for you guys.
And they got a hard time Europa League, man. Sociedad's difficult.
Oh, shit, yeah, Sociedad. David Silva.
You got Sociedad, but Arsenal, yeah, all right. We got after that. Southampton, we should beat. Yeah, even Arsenal beat them. Everton will be tough. And then West Brom. Like, I'm not worried about that. I ain't worried.
It can become different, innit? Like, say, for example, you lose against Arsenal tomorrow, then it becomes like, oh, can we beat these teams? But if you beat Arsenal tomorrow, you're like, yeah, we can beat Southampton.
Yeah,
there's Tottenham. We'll get Spurs up next. Spurs, they got Brighton, Chelsea, West Brom, and Man City away after the FA Cup. That's a difficult run of games.
After City, it's a bit easier.
Do you know what, Brighton, right? One game, they're going to cash in on their XG. If they cash in on XG, bro, they're going to beat Tottenham.
That's. I wouldn't call that necessarily easy. Crystal Palace, I think. North London
you got
derby.
A few games that you should win, like Southampton at home, Newcastle at home. But Palace ain't gonna be easy. I tell you that for a fact. Obviously, Man City ain't gonna be easy. Arsenal as well.
Mate, City away, I'm dreading it.
Yeah, exactly, man. I think that's when Arsenal's positive. We've gone to City away, United away, Spurs away, and
clubs like that. You can't put every. I mean, we've played Liverpool twice, City, Chelsea. I mean, everyone's played.
Chelsea's run is decent until the Southampton game. To be fair,
yes.
It's after the Southampton game where it's just all mad.
To be fair, where it stops. So every team is going to drop points, man.
I understand why with Chelsea's running. I understand why they sat Lampard when they did.
Guys.
Yeah, because there's a good run of games. Obviously, not to get too confident about, because that's exactly what we did in November.
Lewis, get too confident about it, man. Let's go, fam.
Depending on the result against Spurs, these 3 games should be all wins.
Flawless.
Yeah.
How many passes do you reckon Chelsea will complete in these games?
As long as they come out with 85% possession, they'll be fine.
As long as we make more through balls, I'll be happy.
More passes
right now, fucking Fernandez
made more passes than Tottenham have all season.
Yeah, what was the through balls with Tuchel? Did you get any more, Lewis, or was it the same?
I think Jorginho got a couple more.
In the words of Jose Mourinho, you have the ball.
Oh yeah, Ziyech as well. Go on. What are you saying?
He actually said this in his Chelsea days. You have the ball. We'll have the points.
That's what he said. Yeah, that sums him up in a heartbeat. That sums him up in one sentence. But yeah, he's done at the top level. I've said this at the top level. Yeah, he'll still win. I still think Spurs will win the League Cup, and he'll talk the most amount of shit when he wins it. Talk so much shit.
Greatest ever manager. I've won a trophy. None of you lot have. I'm better than Pop.
But can we just leave it right? If Mourinho doesn't want a trophy at Spurs, you think you just give up? Spurs,
oh yeah, big time.
You just be like, yo, listen, you know what? I might just go support my local, Sunday league.
Yeah, man. Although I'm looking in terms. I mean, I'm not looking forward to this show next Friday after we play Chelsea. But
you're not confident?
No, I'm confident in the game because I don't think we can be much worse than we were last night, and he'll give them all a bollocking, and we'll be up for it.
What day is the Spurs Chelsea game? What day is it?
Thursday week. So
it's a Thursday. Okay, where's it at? The Bridge or the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely tune into that. That's gonna be a goodie.
Not gonna be too bad for us. Only team in Premier League history to beat Spurs in 3 separate away grounds. So I fancy ourselves.
It's written in it. They just pass around Chelsea and Tottenham just.
I'm confident. I thought we will be able to.
Yeah, is that why you're a bit more confident? Because you just see the passy football.
One thing I say.
No, it's not even that. You're just not very good. I know we're not.
You don't rate us as a squad.
No, sorry.
No, the squad's fire.
Do you know
Chelsea's
with Tottenham?
I think you've got some good individual players. Pulisic, Kante, what's the team's name? Right back, Reece James. Help me out here, guys.
Come on, this is basically the whole squad, in my opinion, except for Alonso and Rudiger.
No, there's some players I'm not a fan. There's some Chelsea players that I think aren't great. The likes of Jorginho. I don't rate any of his centre backs. I
Even
think
Oh, he's good,
Silva.
isn't he?
I said any of your centre
I
backs.
don't rate your grandfather at the back.
0.
Not even the Danish Maldini. I can't be arsed, man.
fuck.
Wait, who the hell's the Danish Maldini?
AC, bro.
Who
Don't
the
you
hell
know
is the
ACs,
Danish
bro?
Maldini? You already know who the Danish Maldini is.
Just turn on the
yeah.
notifications for Lewis's Twitter.
Oh my
3 a.m.,
gosh,
you know who
I
it is.
I know what he's talking about. I know this guy and his AC hype. I rate the energy
I
though.
swear
4
if I
a.m.
get benched for
everybody.
AC at
Lewis,
the
I
end.
want to know how much is AC paying you for this PL?
Oh no! This is all on me. I have to
You know,
spread
because
the
I've seen that
propaganda.
since the AC's come out, you got a new microphone, you got a new hat, you know. Something's happening, mate. But you're not paying for the stream yard, though. Come on, mate. AC's not paying you enough.
Hey, Sammy, if you're watching, bro, we need this sorted by match day, please. Still,
The thing is, I'm not. There's no one in the Chelsea squad that I fear. Whereas United, I fear Bruno.
Of course.
He's firing shots,
Bruno.
Lewis, man. I want to have that, bro.
City,
Man's
I
going,
feel
I
the
fear
boy.
your team.
nah, this is
City
cool. You know what I
fear the
always do? I let them speak before the game.
By the way,
You
what
let
do
them speak before the game. Are you sure about that?
I'm assuming all three of you watched the
Last game, not
Spurs
spoken.
game last night, right?
Yes,
Um,
I watched it.
What do you
Yeah,
guys think of? Like, honestly, what do you guys? I know he made a mistake for the third goal. But what do you guys think of Joe Roden at 10 million quid?
Average.
Other than
literally
Babs?
minus the actual mistake. He seemed all right. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Yeah,
I
didn't
think
look
there was
bad.
also a
It's
just
mistake away
defensively.
from throwing the Chelsea game too.
He looks like a really good buy from the Championship. Like some unbelievable last ditch tackles and Mane in the box. I know he made a mistake for the goal, but he's what 22. His third Premier League start, and it was one of those mistakes where it's not like it's a difficult one. But I just wonder what you thought. I think he looks, considering the rest of it, other than Reguilon, the rest of our defense is embarrassing. The likes of Sanchez,
But you
Doherty.
rate Eric Dyer.
But you don't rate any of our centre backs.
The Eric Dyer experiment is slowly. Yeah, I don't rate any of
Wait,
yours.
hang
I don't
on.
rate any
So
of
he was
yours.
talking about Mustafi, right? As if you didn't spend £40 million on fucking Davinson Sanchez.
Yeah, but Davinson Sanchez isn't as bad as Mustafi. He's
Isn't it?
bad.
Oh, come off it, man.
Davinson
Davinson
Sanchez
Sanchez.
got to the
Davinson 40
Champions
million
League
quid. Are
final.
you being serious?
40
Like,
million quid.
Yeah, man, 40 million quid.
But you also
Ah,
spend 40 million quid on players like that are on par with Mustafi. So it wasn't like you
What?
just spent 40 million quid on Mustafi and no one else. You also spent
Okay.
40 million quid on Granit Xhaka. You also
What's
spent
bad about
like,
Xhaka? Do you know that Granit Xhaka, right, that you don't really think is that good? He's also got more medals to put on the table as well. You know what those are, right? So that Granit Xhaka and that Mustafi, that isn't that good, you know? They still, at the end of the day, got silverware to put onto the table and lift. Harry Kane can't relate to that. So just be quiet.
yeah, Harry Kane's out at the Chelsea game too, isn't it? So that's gonna play.
there you go.
most
as
likely,
well.
yeah. Most
I did
likely.
want to ask the question because we did always say, I'll use the final question, but we always said that Spurs were one injury to Kane or Son away from basically throwing the title. Now we're not even talking about a title race anyway, but we're talking about an injury to Kane. What are you feeling based on that? Because now you're going to be heavily reliant on Heung-min Son as well.
Surely someone else has got to step up and score goals. Basically, so that's it. Really, it's so peak, but it is what it is. What am I supposed? What can I do? We've lost our striker. We've got another one on the bench. Hopefully, he can fucking score a few goals. No, I meant Vinicius.
Oh, sorry.
What
would I go for? What would Gary to go for?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say much about Bale. It's difficult to say anything when he doesn't get given games. And when he does get given games, he scored. He scored in the
against Marine and fucking Wickham.
But he scores when he starts. He scored in Stoke when he started there. He scores in the Europa
Against Stoke
League.
City Championship, yeah.
But it's annoying though. Like you can see that he's scoring goals in the games that he's been given, and it doesn't get any minutes really in the Premier League. So like, how are you supposed to build up any momentum for a player or any consistency from a player if you just put him on the? Do you know what I mean? It's like what you say about Lacazette. Like when you were going through the period when Lacazette would score goals and then Arteta would drop him for the next game.
He'd score goals but miss a lot of chances.
Oh, just say yes. Just go yes. That's exactly what you said. Those were your words.
Yeah, because he missed chances. Go look at my stream from after the Aston Villa game. I'm losing my shit on Lacazette.
But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not too worried about Kane. I don't know how bad the injury is. It doesn't seem as bad as it has been in the past. But we'll see.
Did he get an injury while jumping into Henderson?
No, you got a tackle from Thiago and then landed awkwardly.
Who's this?
Nah,
The
so
Kane
there
one?
was one way.
Yeah.
Kane one where he jumps into Henderson and he
Nah,
jumps.
he was looking to back into him, and then
Yeah, that
Henderson
little
kind of
teeny
moved and he
little
rolled over.
I'm actually what annoys me about this. Yeah, people who have never played a game of football talk about this backing into people.
There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
I've played up front, yeah, to a very high level of football, and Lewis can back me on this. right?
Man just going this in
I
the game.
back his quality, but
When-
not the quality of the teams
He's
he
just
was
backing-
playing.
he's just twerking on Mandem.
When you're playing up front, right? You back into players. You do. It happens at
Do
every
you?
level. We've seen Calvert-Lewin do it. We see other players do it. You have to do it to try and
Sam's been a bit fruity, man.
because otherwise, I can't be asked to go into it.
Nah, I get your point. Nah, Slav, I'm with you. Like
Bro,
we've
I don't have
seen,
an
we've
issue
seen
with
other
backing him
players
off,
do
right,
that.
and winning free kicks. It's the way other man drop, because they're mid-air, right, and they drop on their necks, for example, or the back right on the back. You know, if it happens, then,
Every player, every top level
I
centre
did not
forward.
see that
does
at Arsenal
it.
enough, baby.
I mean, Bruno did it the other week. Flores,
Did he?
you see Bruno do it the other week.
What did you do? Which game
Harry
was it?
Kane, the trademark Harry Kane, they call it, backing into the defender.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah,
Huh?
I said there's no
Yeah,
issue with it whatsoever.
Bruno did
There's
it.
nothing
Bruno
wrong with
did
it until
in
it
the game.
affects your players, then it's something wrong with it. I tell you that for a fact.
It did affect our players. He got injured from it, and I'm
I'm
still
talking
not saying
about
it's
no, I'm
bad.
talking about flawless there. If it happens to like Bruno or Pogba, you'd be like, yo, man.
This is what it. Yeah, it's just one of them, innit? Of course, when it's all right until it happens to you and your team. This is literally what it is.
It just pisses me off. The people that have never played a game of football themselves think they can say, "Oh, so like you have no idea." I've been doing it for 15 years of my life.
Whoa. Harry Kane learned of Sam. He's like, yo, man.
No, man. I wish I was. I couldn't fucking hit a barn
Yo,
door.
how do you be like that, man? I batter and I got front, just backing onto players.
Nah.
That's my trademark. Man, copyrighted
Nah.
it.
I'm decent standard for a Sunday league footballer.
Oh, yeah,
But it's just so
Yeah,
frustrating.
big up Slav. Carried Imperial Wolf on his back. Fair play to the man.
I said he carried him.
No, Lewis was the heart and soul of that team, not the lungs
Yeah.
though. His
What, the
lungs were
bench
too
warmer, bruv?
You were the heart and soul, just not the lungs. Your lungs were too.
Oh, are you man still Imperial Wolf FC? Yeah, are you man? Oh, he's left.
No,
What
not
happened?
anymore.
No anymore. Okay.
I ain't been
Seth
wearing that
Rollins.
shit in years. I
Okay,
can't lie
well,
to you,
well,
bro.
the new team's coming in it. You get what I'm saying in that. The new team's
Oh,
coming
come on.
Slav up top. You get me, Lewis in the 10. You can
Fan
put Babs
TV
in
in the cup very
Yeah,
Yeah,
soon.
mate, put Babs in
Flawless.
midfield.
Bro, I'll be like
Flawless.
Mikel Arteta on the sideline. I ain't getting near that
Jermaine
pitch, bro. I ain't
Defoe to
gonna
my
lie.
I'll be like Mishi Batshuayi. I'll come on against Bournemouth for the little run around.
All he would do is vlogging on the bench, Lewis, isn't it? Just getting.
Hey, Flawless.
I'm right.
Yeah,
Don't put me on the pitch, bruv. I make Bakayoko look like Vieira. I'll hold it.
Flawless. We can go
Go
big
on.
man, little man up front if you want.
Yeah, come man, let's do that. I mean, I'm down. I'm not a striker, but I'll run it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's run it.
Providing the width. Or
Nah,
Babs
go,
man, ain't
yeah.
no width here, bro. I'll be in a bench, bro.
Nah,
I can't lie, bro.
Yeah, me and Babs will coach on the bench.
I'll be
bruv.
managing the
I'll
team,
be
bro.
billing
Doing
it.
that.
Babs,
just
you
managing
you
it,
are recorded on the touchline.
Nah, mate, listen, my
Let's
playing
go.
days are over.
I might do the linesman, get a bit of exercise in. But yeah, guys, go on.
What?
Oh no, I
yeah,
thought you were
that's-
saying something. I thought I interrupted you
Oh, all right.
still. All right, cool. Well, yeah, we're going to end the show on this note. It's been a very fucking entertaining show. And I guarantee you it's going to be the exact same shit next week because we're going to be one day off Spurs versus Chelsea.
Why is
And
it
one of
always
us
me
two is either going to be in a good mood or depressed as shit. I'm hoping
Why
it's
is it me
it's
every
not
week?
us. Go on.
Why is it always me involved in the get? Like it's always Spurs versus Chelsea with the night before the show, or it's Spurs versus like it's always me. Why can't it just be like Arsenal, Man United next Thursday instead of tomorrow? Like, it's always,
I mean, I can't lie. It's going to be the same for you lot as well very soon because Europa
I'm
League
assuming
football's coming
the week after Spurs Chelsea. I'm assuming it's Man United Spurs on the Thursday before the show. I'm just
back. Let me go and have a look. 'Cause I might-
knowing my luck.
Let's hope so.
No, we haven't got any more Thursday kickoffs to be fair, or nothing recently
Thank
announced.
God for that.
But yeah,
Peace.
guys, we'll see you all this time next week for the recap of Fulham Chelsea, Spurs Chelsea, and any other fixtures that will be around. But until then, guys, check out Sarcasm C, check out Babs' channels. The links are literally in the title, so check them out and smash the like and subscribe button. The
Yes,
link to
people.
Sam's Twitter account is also in the description below. So guys, check out his Twitter and check him out as well. And we'll see you guys this time next week. Take care, like and subscribe, and up the Chelsea.